Okay, hi everyone. My name is Krista Young. I'll be presenting my final presentation for my IAH204 class pertaining to East Asian literature or just culture. I'll be speaking about mukbang culture and its effects on the viewers' health and the health of the people who are partaking in this trend. So I'll be sharing my screen here to bring up my Google slide presentation. Okay, so it's about Korean worldwide mukbang culture. So what exactly is mukbang? Because if we hear this term quite often, a lot of us are already familiar with this, but mukbang is a video that is live streamed. It features a person eating a large quantity and variety of foods, and they're addressing the audience. It's also known as mukbang. This term originates from two Korean words, one meaning eating and the other word meaning broadcast. So combined, mukbang literally means eating broadcast. And that's how we all are most familiar with it. Just mukbangs is a video that someone is broadcasting or recording themselves eating a large quantity of food. Here I have some pictures of what a mukbang can look like on various different mediums, whether it's a streaming platform, but most popular and commonly it is on YouTube. So in this up left corner, we have someone named Nicholas or Avocado. I don't know his YouTube streaming name, but here he's eating some noodles. To the right, we have another person eating noodles, some type of meat. On the bottom left, we have someone doing a mukbang with, I'm sorry about the loudness in the hallway. 1 second. Sorry about that. In the bottom left corner, we have someone doing a mukbang with Taco Bell. They have a variety of burritos. We see hard shell tacos, nacho fries. And that just goes to show that a mukbang can be done with any type of food, any kind of food from various different cultures. It can be American cuisine, Korean foods. And then the last picture on the bottom right, it shows someone with a microphone, a video camera set up with a lot of food in front of her, and it has noise like slurp, slurp, slurp on it because oftentimes we correlate mukbangs with also ASMR. If you're not familiar with ASMR, I'll get into that later in the presentation, where people are enticed by the sounds that you make while you're eating and presenting this food. So why did mukbang start? And why did content creators think it was such a good idea to start to film and broadcast themselves devouring such large amounts of food for an audience? So mukbangs became popular in South Korea in 2010. It has since become a major spreader of Hallyu, I'm not sure if I pronounced the word correctly, along with K-beauty, K-pop, and Korean drama, earning its status as a global trend. And we definitely saw it being a global trend since it spread to the US, and it's something that people enjoy watching on YouTube. So it includes a variety of foods ranging from pizza to noodles, that are consumed in front of a camera. And the purpose of a mukbang, it can also sometimes be educational, introducing viewers to regional specialties and gourmet spots. And I can see where it can be educational if you're explaining to us a food that we've never saw before, just letting us know about just different types of foods. But I think it's definitely spiraled way out of control, and it's not as educational anymore as it probably was in the beginning. So this trend took off with many people feeling alone and using mukbangs as a tool to feel less alone when eating lunch and dinner. A lot of inspiration for mukbangs started with Korean cooking shows compared to American cooking shows. They spend more time describing their meal than showing the actual cooking process. Many also compare mukbangs to haul videos on YouTube, since most of mukbang YouTubers show the food they got and where they got it from. Overall, the creation of mukbangs is due to intense loneliness that many young people in this digital age felt. Moreover, giving them a community they can reach out to at meal times to provide them with the feeling of eating with friends and family. So initially, it does seem more pure and innocent. As you know, if you're feeling loneliness and you wanted to be more engaged with people, you will turn on your webcam and you will just eat. And the picture I have here is of a YouTube channel called Africa TV. I'm not sure the actual person in this, but he has food in front of him. He's sitting by himself. He doesn't have such a large quantity of food. It just seems like a nice proportion meal. And then to the right of that picture, you see comments of it showing that it's a live stream. Other people are here with him while he's eating. So that was how we started off, the importance of just not wanting to feel alone while eating mealtime foods. Oh, come on. Okay, so mukbang view, my argument today is that mukbang videos can affect the viewer's health and diet. There's a large amount of people interested in watching these kinds of videos. I can tell based off like a poll that we had taken in my recitation class, how many people were raised their hands and watching these kinds of videos. The audience is either watching the video and satisfying amazement and in awe, like, oh my goodness, this looks good. I want to try this food, or just because they simply enjoy the video. Or others may watch the video in utter disgust, or they may not watch it at all. Some may find the videos visually appealing and even appetizing, while others aren't able to wrap their stomachs around such an idea of eating food while being recorded. Mukbangs can have non-beneficial consequences that I feel like it is important for me to speak about today, such as altering food preferences, eating habits, and even table manners. It's promoting disordered eating, potential excess, and addiction. So I want to talk about the table manners that most times the people, they are recording themselves doing these mukbang videos. They have a large amount of food and they're doing it in like a messy manner. They're shoving their faces with the foods. They're getting their hands messy. It's just not a very appealing sight to see. And it can also cause other people who are watching this, whether it's young kids who are still very impressionable, to go on and mock the things that they see in these mukbang videos. This next slide here, I have a 3-minute video speaking about the dangers of mukbangs, the obesity and negative health effects on it. So I'm going to just click this.
Jeez, creepers.
Hey guys, as you know, mukbanging has been hugely successful on the internet, and you probably watch a few of them regularly. Now don't get me wrong, I love food myself. I have no problems watching people eat food deliciously and stir up my appetite. But we are approaching a very serious issue now, and that is the health of the mukbangers themselves, but also how they may be influencing the mass audiences to also eat unhealthy. When I see some of these mukbangers, I don't hate them at all. I don't wish anyone ill thoughts. I'm concerned for their own health and what it may be encouraging others to do. Mukbanging is relatively still new, only a little over a decade old, but it's been long enough now that we're going to see the first of many unhealthy mukbangers succumb to their failing health due to largely their unhealthy hobby of mukbanging. In the name of money and fame, people are willing to put their own health at severe risk, and we are now living in times where it's not okay just because it's your own choice. Influencers now have a direct impact on millions of viewers, including children, and we are going to start seeing controversial laws that may shut down the bad habit of mukbanging. Once we start hearing on the news of unhealthy mukbangers passing away one after another due to obesity or heart disease or major organ failure, diabetes, and a myriad number of other health factors, the industry is going to get a lot of scrutiny and unwanted attention, and you can bet something is going to happen for sure. Mukbanging may become banned or simply demonetized or considered dangerous acts and exposure. You can bet that's going to happen soon. It makes me sad to see some of them, and I don't know why people encourage them to keep eating that way by supporting their mukbanging hobby. I'm sure they are making good money, which is why they can keep eating more and more foods and even more expensive foods. But clearly, it is coming at the expense of their own health and well-being. And I'm afraid to ask, but it's going to happen. So who do you think is going to be the first big name or famous mukbanger to succumb to this unhealthy hobby? I mean, I hate to point out the obvious, but some of them are pretty close, or they're getting there, and it really scares me. Maybe some have already passed and I don't know about it, so feel free to let me know in the comments below. Share some names or links to news articles of mukbangers who have passed away due to their health. I'm especially concerned for Nico Avocado and this guy named Badland Chugs, because
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video right there. That just gave you an idea of the many negative health effects that participating in mukbangs as large YouTubers are putting themselves at risk for, because of these views and these likes and the money that they're acquiring for such popular videos. So I'm gonna share that. I'm going to the next slide now. So I also included a graph that shows the trends in news articles about mukbangs beginning from 2013 to 2019. Although mukbang culture and videos was getting popular and started in 2010 to 2011, this graph does begin at 2013. So just a few years after mukbangs was pretty popular. So up here in 2013, the blue is showing the news articles that talked about mukbangs being funny. We see a smaller portion of it being purple, which means it was for food or restaurant advertisement. Going on 2014, still a little higher portion of it says that mukbangs are funny. A smaller part of it is being food or restaurant advertisement. And then we see a little bit more gray coming in, meaning that it's a trend. For 2015 is still largely very funny. It's much smaller, being a food or restaurant advertisement as the purpose of a mukbang video. The news articles talked about the advantages of mukbang. We saw that the yellow part coming in. 2016, 2017, and 2019. On 2019, that's the most recent one on this graph. It seemed like it's becoming less funny, but still very much funny. That definitely dominates the field of the news articles and the reason for mukbang videos. It's also looked at, it grew to be food or restaurant advertisement. And then at the very top, we see a large part of pink, and that means it's talking about the disadvantages of mukbang. So if we compare the 2013 to 2019 pink that we see, it definitely has begun to grow over the years as people, as it began to just spiral out of control. So I thought this graph was just very interesting to look at, just how news articles and people have begun taking journalistic approaches to speak about mukbangs and its adverse effects. And also, like, I'm a journalism major, so we're looking at this graph is also interesting to me because it's showing that people do care and they do realize the effects that this has on the people. So I think it's definitely a good thing to have this graph available for the public to see the changes throughout the years of these kinds of videos and actions. What's the next one? Okay, yeah. So I'm going to click this link and we're going to go over to a site to look at the top 10 most popular mukbang, I misspelled mukbang, and / ASMR channels that are pretty popular right now on YouTube. So top 10 Korean mukbang YouTubers based on their number of subscribers. So just really quickly, we have someone named Jane ASMR. She has a large amount of candied food in front of her, like I see like macarons, not sure how to pronounce it. Okay. Crepes and look like nerd ropes and other gelatin candy. She has 16 million subscribers, and her ASMR relaxation vlogs have gotten her over 8.4 million subscribers. We have someone named Zach Choi ASMR. He seems to have a little bit, I'm not gonna say healthier foods, but it's not the oily foods that we commonly see. Has some aloe going on here, candy strawberries, honeycomb, and he has over 13 million subscribers. This person seemed like they have some candied snacks and treats here, and they have 12 million subscribers. So it just goes to show the large amount of numbers that subscribers, that everyday people are watching these kinds of videos, and Lord knows how they're being affected by these videos other than just simply being entertained by it. Someone named Hamzy has 9 million subscribers. This person has also 9 million subscribers, and they have some hot noodles going on here. We see some pizza and other treats they have. Yeah, so I just wanted to show this to show that it's pretty popular. And even right here, you see someone that has a squid, and I've saw some pretty crazy videos that people are eating things and not necessarily, it's just it's like abnormal for like American culture. And this person is not American, but she's South Korean. I just want to show this article showing the large amount of YouTubers and their subscriber count. Oh no. All right, so this picture here shows a simple Google search of me just typing in mukbang, and how tens of hundreds of thousands of pictures that will show up showing people sitting in front of a camera. And it's almost like you can't even hardly see them in front of the large amounts of food that they have in front of their faces is actually just out of control. So to end this is, will mukbang culture come to an end? I'm not sure. The next question I ask myself is, will the fame and money drive the creators and eaters to their ultimate demise through a large amount of health effects? This trend grew in popularity because of its stark contrast in Korean societal and gender norms, as well as food etiquette. As time goes on, we will see together how mukbang culture will continue to take effect, either in a good way or a bad way, in the health of everyday people, and also YouTubers who do this for such, I don't know, clout, money, and just to be trending. And this is my credit slides to Slide Carnival, which I use their template on. And that completes my presentation about Korean mukbang culture and its effect on worldwide and globally. Thank you.